Yo, what is up guys? This is Troy D from the Troy D 24/7 Mall, your source for no hype, on point fragrance reviews. Welcome back guys. Again, this is Troy D and we are going to start with a bang with one of these fragrances guys that I've owned for probably the past 8 months. And this is the only time I'm reviewing it, and it's actually an opportune time because it's still summer, and I know that a lot of y'all have been trying to find out if this fragrance is actually legit. What do I think of it? What's the performance like? And what does the scent actually reveal for us? Now, the fragrance that I am talking about comes from the brand Puredistance, and again, I've owned this for 8 months. Puredistance to me is a fragrance house that does not release a lot of perfumes. I know they released one this year. It's a red one, and I haven't reviewed that one either. But I remember when they did launch Puredistance M, I really liked that as a really legit leather fragrance. Now today, this is their famed summer fragrance that some people might know. Some fragrance insiders, certain people that are really into this know and love. And this fragrance I have a full bottle of, and this is none other than Puredistance Aenotus. Okay, Puredistance Aenotus. This bottle right here is, I believe, the medium-sized bottle. They come in like really small vial type bottles, and then you've got this one, and then you've got like a really big one. So I got the medium-sized bottle. I think that's enough for me, having a lot of perfumes and samples. But for me, I felt like this is something that I can wear all throughout summer. But then when I actually got this perfume, I realized that it's a little bit more than that. Now, Aenotus is actually not a real word. It's a real cool name, but it's not a real word. It's actually just based on Aeolus, who is the Greek god of the wind, or the keeper of the wind. It's actually funny because the thing that I discovered about Aenotus is that this is not your standard summer perfume. Now let's go into the opening salvo of Puredistance Aenotus. So with the opening notes guys, it's actually pretty impactful. Okay, I wouldn't say it's super impactful, like it's like, oh damn, but it's really also something that will make you go, huh, that's really interesting. When it comes to the notes guys, with the opening notes of Puredistance Aenotus, you've got lemon, you've got yuzu, you've got mandarin, and you've got orange. Now if you look at those notes, you're probably gonna be like, oh well, those are notes that I'm familiar with. I mean, you guys have probably tried a bunch of these summery fragrances that have those type of notes, but it is all about the combination guys, and that's really what's, you know, keeping us in this game, I think. And in this case guys, what's really interesting is that here in the 4 different intro notes, the 2 that really stand out for me would be the yuzu and the mandarin orange. Okay, so yuzu is, now it's kind of like a hot word right now. I think even like the YouTube reviewers use a lot of yuzu because there is some impact with yuzu in fragrances. But then the real interesting part is that the mandarin side of things, in my opinion, it smells like a mandarin orange peel rather than a juicy orange. So you're not really getting a juicy orange right here. You're getting sort of like the peel. Like if you peel the skin out of an orange and you try to smell the interior part of that, or even the exterior part of that, that's what mixes with the yuzu. Okay, so a lot of people describe it as a mossy opening. Okay, now Oakmoss doesn't come until the base notes. However, like I said, that's what I detect. It's sort of like a yuzu combined with like an orange peel, and that's what makes it, to me, quite interesting, quite different than your other summery perfumes that have these kinds of notes. And then eventually guys, the lemon backs it up, the standard orange backs it up. But right there, I think for me, the first impression I got was that, you know what, this is not a polarized summer perfume. And so that's the really interesting part about Puredistance Aenotus, is that it is not a polarizing summer perfume. Now, a lot of y'all, I know, once you hit the summer, you start looking for these, you know, really fresh, really citrusy, really airy, really bright type of summery perfumes. And that's the polar end of it, I would say. Well, Puredistance Aenotus is none of that. And that's because immediately, like I said, yuzu and that mossy, like orange peel coming in changes it right there. So immediately I will tell you that Puredistance Aenotus is actually a spring, summer, and autumn perfume to me, okay? With that citrusy, yuzu, mossy start, I believe that this one, just like the name Aeolus, the wind god, this one is also applicable with slightly colder temperatures. So like definitely I would say spring you can use this, summer you can use this, and even autumn you can use this, and any type of AC environment. Now, given the fact that this one has Mandarin orange and orange, we're gonna go into the heart of this. Definitely the transition note will be your Petitgrain, and of course that goes well with any type of orange intro note. You've got Petitgrain really transitioning into the mid. Now, the other wild card right here that takes this perfume out of the summer polarizing perfume category is definitely your mint. So this one has mint as well. Once it kicks in, you're gonna realize it's not your typical summer perfume, and then it mixes with that Petitgrain, and then there is a slight amount of black Currant as well. All right, so just a bunch of goodies, like right from the get-go to the mid. It's just a bunch of real good notes put together. Like I said, the real trend that you can really feel once you're wearing this is like, oh my gosh, I can wear this at night. Like I can wear this on a date, even on a cold spring night is really gonna work, because you don't have these super bright, shining, polarizing, summery notes just coming out. You've got mint, you've got, you know, black Currant, you've got yuzu, and that sort of like that orange peel smell. Definitely not your typical summer fragrance. Now let's go into the base notes, guys. You've got 3 base notes. You've got musk, you've got patchouli, and you've got oakmoss. And that's where it gets really, really mossy, but also musky, guys. And once you hear that, you already know that this is a sensual perfume, all right? And that's specifically why I said date night, because I think that just like a date that progresses quite nicely, not where you get rejected in the end, in the end, it gets a little bit sexier, sensual, with that musk, with that patchouli, and with the oakmoss, guys, okay? So really, really great transition towards the end. And like I said, this one, it's not your typical, as you know, just on the base notes. Now, the highlight of Puredistance Aenotus for me is the longevity, okay? So normally I test fragrances with 3 sprays, but now that I can actually go out and really stay up, like really test them, especially on my night shift, for example, this one right here was really interesting because I wore this at 5:30 in the afternoon. And the thing that was so crazy is that I could still smell Puredistance Aenotus after my shift. Like 8 a.m. going home, I could still smell it. I mean, matter of fact, even on my break, like 3 to 4 a.m., oh my gosh, I could really still smell this. Very consistent. The longevity, I think, is probably one of the top, in my opinion, when it comes to fragrances. And you don't get that a lot with these summery type of fragrances. So this one, longevity is the highlight, lasts a really, really, really long time. Now, when it comes to the sillage and the projection, I would say that this one right here is a draw-in scent, okay? So again, date night, draw-in scent. You get the picture, guys, okay? This is a fragrance that, in my opinion, will change your mood. And I think this is the one that when people do come in, they're gonna come in closer, okay? It's gonna draw them in. It's not a projector. It's not something that you hit people with. It's something that you walk around with, and then they come in and they go, oh, that smells real sexy. And then they come in and they're like, oh, you know, and they'll smell kind of like that musk, oakmoss, patchouli, the sensual side of Puredistance Aenotus. So this one right here, long lasting, probably draw-in scent, in my opinion. And in my opinion, the thing about this Puredistance Aenotus is it's a classy type of perfume. It smells expensive. It smells classy. I think that, you know, any event like a date or maybe even like a party or any circumstance that, you know, you want to go out, any type of weather really, maybe unless, you know, it's like really, really winter, and that you want to make an impact, but like not an impact that's like pushing people, like you're really forcing yourself onto people, and you sort of want to like slowly seduce them in with your scent, I think that this is that perfume right here, Puredistance Aenotus, because it is a draw-in scent and it lasts a really, really long time. So if you're working the room, you're going to different groups and talking to different people, this will last you a really, really long time. So I would say this is also like a classy, like social perfume that that I would use, and that's why I kind of got a full bottle, because this one really works for me. Now the thing with Puredistance Aenotus is the pricing. All right, it's a little bit expensive. No, wait, it's kind of on the real expensive side, but again, you're not getting your typical, perfume. You're not getting your typical like citrusy summer polarized perfume. This is definitely, for me, again, the highlight: long lasting, usage very applicable, very seductive. And I think that it's an all-weather, unless it's like the real wintry part of the year, but I think it's all-weather, and that's why I like Puredistance Aenotus. All right, so that's it. That is my review of Puredistance Aenotus. Oh my god, it took 8 months for me to do it. Finally, I've done this review, guys. Let me know in the comments what you think of Puredistance Aenotus, if you've actually tried it, if you own it. Let me know in the comments below. I've got some more perfumes headed, guys. I got the new Surge Off, like I said. It's called Coexistence. It's coming my way. I can't wait to try Surge Off 400, which is, Le Verge, his favorite Surge Off of all time. And so I've never tried 400. Finally, they have it in a 15 mil, so I'm gonna get that as well. And I did see all the comments from the last video, guys, and I do have some of those perfumes. I have Ganymede. I'm definitely gonna review that. I have a full bottle of Ganymede. I know Rosendo Mateo 5, you guys want me to really do that. There's a bunch of Rojas, Diaghilev, I got that too. So again, it's a backlog thing, okay? It's not that I don't have them. They're all here, and I know what they smell like. So definitely expect them to come soon. Again, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for watching the videos, for perusing the entire channel, liking, commenting. I mean, the comments are amazing, guys, okay? Especially those that write really long comments, really detailed comments. Thank you. And it also shows me how intelligent my community is. You guys that are watching my channel, you guys are intelligent. You guys are awesome. You guys know your stuff as well, okay? So I really love the comments. And now I will head to work. So until then, guys, have a great evening. This is Troy D signing out.